It's a symbol. And Ephesians 3 tells us that it was always God's intent that now, through the church, the manifold wisdom of God should be made known to the rulers and authorities in the heavenly places. Now, it's that last little bit I want us to get hold of. That we should make known to the rulers and authorities in the heavenly places. That's the angelic realms. I know that satanic powers will be watching today too, but the importance of what we're going to do as far as God is concerned. And it's Paul, isn't it, writes in Corinthians, and he says, as oft as he do this, he do show forth the Lord's death. And we ask ourselves, to whom are we showing forth this, as we, in our homes particularly, but right across the world today? Heavenly hosts are watching this, and God is teaching them things. Isn't that amazing? Through his church, through us people. Do you know, I've been taken up quite a bit. God has moved my heart about the angelic, how the angelic hosts are watching this morning, and they are learning. Quite amazing. It started me off, I read a hymn, and I'm going to read this hymn to you, dear ones. And I'd like you to enter into the excitedness of the poet. The poet was in the 1700s. Think of that. It thrills me to think that men and women in those days appreciated some of the finer things that you and I appreciate about the presence of the Lord, the reality of all that is going on. And he says this, yes, the Redeemer rose, the Saviour left the dead, and o'er our hellish foes raised high his conquering head. In wild dismay the guards around fell to the ground and sank away. But look, the angelic bands in full assembly meet to wait his high commands and worship at his feet. Joyful they come and wing their way from realms of day to Jesus' tomb. I think of that hymn we sing about the body starts to breathe. Then back to heaven they fly, and the glad tidings bear. Hark, as they soar on high, what music fills the air. Their anthems say, Jesus who bled has left the dead. He rose today. Remember, dear ones, Isaiah could reveal to us, as we think of all the greatness of the world and all the great numbers of the world, the nations are but the drop of a bucket, the little globule that hangs on the bottom of the bucket. And he says too, the dust, the nations are like the dust of the scales. We don't worry about the dust as we weigh the flour. We don't worry about the dust. But God so loved the world that he gave, there was no other way, deliver them from going down to the pit. I found a ransom. But what fills me today is that right across the world, they are remembering with wine, yes, and many of them with dirty water, wherever they are. And this is to show the principalities and powers in the heavens. What God's amazing love can do. Here we are objects of that great survey. And we bless you, Lord, for the privilege of being here together this morning in the Saviour's precious name.
Let's take a